status of Tyler and Elias?
Tyler's, well, I upgraded to a probable. Who's the other guy, sorry?
Junior.
And Junior's full go. Like, he cleared, so he's good.
So what was the decision for him to come out of that game?
Well, when he got dinged, I think he had one or two shifts. And he was dealing with the flu before, so they weren't quite sure if it was concussion or flu. So, for precautionary reasons, we kept him out. So we realized that he passed the concussion test, and it seems okay.
I know you said recently you'd take Quinn at 80%. Is he 80%?
That's a good question. I don't know. The way he's been talking lately, he seems more. But listen, I don't think he's ever going to be feeling 100%. And and like I told you guys, this time of year, I'm sure other players and other teams have the same thing. But he obviously. What I'm amazed, he hasn't really had. I don't think he's had a full team practice in a month, maybe one. And to be able to do what he does, that's hard to do. So.
Everyone can see what his abilities are on the ice. What does he do for the team and the dressing room when he gets himself back out there, obviously playing through injury?
Well, when you have team meetings on specific stuff, power play, system stuff, or breakouts, when he's there and he's playing, it really helps. You can tell the other guys, anytime you have a star player like that, it calms everybody down. So, we rely on him a lot. We got to be careful we don't rely on him too much, but I think he just calms the waters down a little bit even for the young guys.
What the fact he's just kind of a courageous effort by him that's got to inspire the other group, I would think, too.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the past, even since I've been here, he's played some games where he's been banged up. He's a courageous kid. I don't care how big he is, and he plays through stuff. Myers is the same type of guy. I mean, for Myers not to play, it means he's really hurt. So we got some courageous guys here.
What do you get knocked around a bit, right? Quinn's been taking a lot of shots from guys. Are you happy with how your guys are protecting him or whatever? That's it.
Well, I think that's it's today's game. Do I want him to take the hits? No. I mean, he's got to be careful, but you can be team tough by a pack of wolves, I call it. Be hard on their best players. That's another thing. I mean, would I like to get? I wish I was playing. Yeah, but we're more of a pack mentality, and I told our players, not go after their best players, play their best players hard too. That's the way you got to do it. But no, we don't want him taking hits or getting taken advantage of. Absolutely not, 100%. Something that we'll have to adjust to down the road.
Phil, Roenick, and Garland
maintenance there. Yeah, Phil's a lot of minutes lately, and we just feel that I need to give him a day off. He's been playing a lot of hockey the last 10 games, and Garz is banged up.
What do you think and what do you hope that third period can do for your group? Not just the comeback, but the shot volume that we haven't really seen from your group. Can it unlock something, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I talk about moments. I'm a big moment guy, and obviously we haven't got them. If you look at our game, third period we had a lot of moments. Lanks makes a hell of a save on Tocchet. It could be 4-2. They get a power play. They score. It's 4-2. We got a power play. And I know we didn't score, but we kept the puck on their end for 2 minutes, and they were gassed. Our next few shifts, we got a bunch of shots on net. Petey has the puck. He doesn't throw it away. He holds onto it. He makes a good play to the point. Mancini hits the net. He goes downhill. I mean, these are just moments that matter in a game, and we haven't been getting them. But does a third period, whether you say unlock it or build confidence, I think it does. And but you just got to be ready for those moments.
Thatcher back out there for part of practice today. What does that mean for his progression and potential timeline here?
Well, I think he did 3 drills, and I think the next practice, he might be full go next practice. I'm not 100% sure on that, but he felt pretty good today. So let's leave it at that.
Is it unfortunate that at this time of the year, your next practice might be in a week at this point?
That's the thing that sucks for injured guys or guys like Demmer or even Hughes. They're not getting an October, November, December practice. you're getting it toned down. Like, what, I got 25 minutes today? So that's the world we live in. So we're going to try to simulate as much as you can for Denver, but I can't, for the sacrifice the team, we got to, you got to pick and choose your spots.
What was Zari's on June? I mean, I think we can understand wanting to hit a guy, but to go for a guy's head like that, does it frustrate you that players still sort of that's their reaction and going to go after a guy like that?
Yeah, I think it's hard because, listen, I grew up in an era where it's a brawl, right? Those days are over. But also, we're fighting for a playoff spot, so you go, what's the line? We had a couple of guys go to their bench and say something, but, we need 2 points. But saying that, if it's October, maybe it's different. I don't know. And obviously, we got to get that out of the game. A clean hit's a clean hit. You don't have to jump in for somebody because it's a clean hit. Sometimes you got to. I think somebody's made a comment, and it's true. Kadri got up, and I think he just went in the play. It wasn't like he was, he took the hit. So, but I understand he's a young kid, or Zari, he wants it, but obviously he can't hit a guy in the head like that. So.
You mentioned the old days you see a lot of big suspensions. Do you think we need some big suspensions maybe?
Well, usually the best way is on the pocketbook, right? I've been fined a bunch of times. It hurts you. It hurts the paycheck. Trust me. Especially when you don't make, we're making as much. But still, yeah, I don't know. Things in the head nowadays are more. It's a very sensitive thing, and I agree, because you're messing with somebody's career when you talk about the brain.
So you would like to have seen those guys huddle, the 4 guys on the ice when the play happened? Do you think they could have done
the refs?
The officials, yeah.
Well, I think those two. I think those guys are good. Those 2 guys are good referees. Actually, Chris Lee is a really good ref. He came to me, he goes, "Talk." I actually didn't see a lot, and in all fairness, Chris, it's not like anybody went to him and said. But what I'd like to see in a review. If you're wrong, you're wrong. So it takes 20 seconds to go. So yeah, I would like to see a review, but I'm not blaming Chris Lee. I mean, he's a really good ref.
What are you doing with your goalies this weekend? Are you splitting for sure, or?
So we're going to have a meeting back at Rogers here in about an hour, and we've talked away the game plan, and we'll make a decision here in the next hour or two and tell the goalie who's going to play tomorrow. That's the plan.
I know that the back-to-back thing with goalies never seems to happen these days. Do you think? Why do you think that is? It doesn't seem like you played in an era where guys played a lot, and it didn't seem to affect them. So.
I think a different game, faster game. Maybe a little more stress on goalies nowadays. I thought, I think Langston did a hell of a job. For him to go play these next 3 games, I think that's maybe a little unfair to him. So we got to make a decision, yeah. Even though he'll do it, that's the type of guy he is. But, you got to be smart too. And you have to give confidence too. Artie was in the playoffs last year for us, and we got to give him confidence as a group. If he plays the more, we got to give him confidence, and so that's kind of our, that'll be discussed in the next hour.
With the way you're playing defensively at the moment, is it a situation where you have a better environment for Artie to go into than maybe you did earlier in the year, and that could help him out?
I think that's a good point. Since Christmas, I've really liked our shot volume against. I think we're one of the better teams at giving it. We're not getting as many shots, but we're not giving the team a lot. So I'd like to reverse that a little bit, but I think that does help the stress on a goalie. I think it does. Yeah.
Thanks for taking the time to come and sit down and chat with me today.
Generational talent.
Thanks for liking the video and subscribing.